Right. So this is a test of the emergency Drake firing system. I don't know if this is going to go well at all. We're trying with heavy missiles, and I just don't think it's going to be enough. Yeah. I don't know, Zabarb, I don't know what you need to do for the third mission in Explorer. In all honesty, you get stuck in one thing. I mean, you ask about what you're stuck about, but it's a little too general what you're asking. And, we'll help you the best we can. But you can also switch to doing something else. So, we just go down to that same site we were at.
Warp drive active.
Didn't see whether or not there was hostiles in the system. I should have looked. I don't see any at the moment. Tammy a cowboy.
It's a raid!
It's a raid!
Welcome to the Dragons. I hope you're here to stay.
Alright, we're gonna have to go to a different one.
Welcome to the Dragons, where you see how Eve is well played. Now prepare to get flamed!
Thank you for the raid. Much appreciated. Welcome. We're trying some new meta out here in Null now that things have changed a bunch. And I honestly don't know that any of it's going to work. I think that my fit is potentially incredibly dumb and won't work. And, that's okay. That's okay. So what changes? Oh, they redid the sites and stuff and made it so that your drones are getting attacked all the time. It's thwarting botters. And then we got these are like all full. Maybe I have to go next door. I'll try one more. And
Warp drive active.
then they buffed the amount of bounty you get. The Explorer question was not on YouTube, it was in Twitch chat. I'm not live on YouTube anymore. Here's this one. Okay, nobody likes these because, frankly, they suck. But let's try it. We'll see what happens here. don't even know what it's shooting at. Do I have something not targeted here? No, I have everything targeted. They're shooting at that one. God, that is just such sucky DPS for hitting a frigate. Oh, but now it's doing a different one now. Oh, man. Oh, man. See, this thing about the auto-targeting stuff is that it just switches target as you go if it's not working. And, you know, in fact, like, I feel like this orbit is just not gonna work. My tank is holding up just fine. So, what that's telling me is that maybe I could put more into my DPS. It's still not really high though. So kind of what
Welcome to the Dragons.
Void DPT just followed.
Void, thank you for the follow. I can't say that there's going to be any sort of, you know, good stuff here. Why is there a shuttle
to the
here?
Dragons.
Lantha just followed.
God, shuttle here feels like set up for a gank. Lanther, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Gank and even inconceivable. I know. Who would do that? Yeah, I'm just not going to worry about it at the moment, or testing this. There's just not enough value in this to really worry about it too much. Yes, this is a very passive shield tank, and in fact, I think that it's doing well enough that I might be able to swap out another one for a damage module. Kind of the goal here is either, you know, high efficiency, high attention fit, or low attention, probably low efficiency fit, but a fit that, you know, survives. If that makes sense. And, you know, it's applying DPS to these much better. The DPS on this is really low, though. Very low.
Our module has run out of charges.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Malleus44 just followed.
You don't really get to choose your targets. Alias, thank you for the follow. Welcome. I mean, that's part of auto-targeting missiles. It's a Drake. Would the Navy issue be any better? I don't know. But the part of the thing is you want to keep it cheap too. If it's low attention, then it needs to be lower value too. Because if it's high value, low attention, then it attracts a different kind of attention. Yes, like players blowing you up. So, yeah, that's kind of the question, is how well does it do against the battleships? It's just not very... it's not very effective. I saw that you can have auto-target cruise missiles too, but frankly, auto-target cruise missiles aren't going to work very well because of the fact that their, you know, kind of specialty is being able to fly further, but you may not get the proper aggro off of everything. And what do you do in these sites when you have one that only yellow boxes you and doesn't shoot at you? Does this then fail? Because it might. I think that's a very distinct possibility. It's not doing... I mean, like, if I had a whole bunch of battleships out here, I mean, God, how long would this take me? Or a target painter for those moments? Well, they have to aggress me, from my understanding. So... and maybe they would aggress me if I target paint them. I do have one other slot up there. I could put a little laser up there instead of the auto-targeter. Oh, because this Ishtar showed up. Look at that. Oh, I kept firing though. Okay, that's interesting.
Our module has run out of charges.
They're back on me. It reloads nice and fast. So you run sites, auto-target Orthrus to farm escalations. Painter gets it going usually. You're running the actual escalations, or you're running sites to get escalations? To get them, okay. And what kind of sites are you running? Bisect combat anomalies. Alright. Yeah. An Orthrus wouldn't be necessarily big enough out here. Wow, I'm shooting them already. They just showed up. What do I think of this fit? Huh. I think looking at it already, it's too much. $3.3 billion. What is this fit for? We're sitting 100 out on a site. Problem is I don't like this. This is used. This right here would be used with PvP. Not PvE. So this seems way over tanked. You know, it was even more over tanked and I reduced the tank. So it could potentially have more tank reduction and more DPS added. See, these things are orbiting me and they're getting closer and further away, and so I've got damage to all three of them. Now my tank is fine here. So
A module has run out of charges.
yeah, that's good.
Warp drive active.
Now on that fit we were looking at, if you wouldn't run the shield booster all the time. You only need like a minute and a half on your cap. And if you're sniping at a great distance, then you're not going to be hit as much. All right, let's go. Let's see. Well, we're on wave 3 of 5. Go swap out.
Warp drive active. Docking request accepted. Warp drive active.
It's a little bit more DPS. See how my shields fare. Oh, it switched. See, they get closer and it just switches whoever's closest. Whereas it'd be more efficient to finish them off. I can see that it is doing a little bit more damage. What fit am I flying? It doesn't have a name. And it's probably not recommended. That's the name of the fit, not recommended.
Warp drive active.
It's gotta be it. It's a test fit. That is really... I'm surprised at the shields here, I gotta say. They're still holding up really well. So it's like, well shit, maybe we swap out another damage module. But it still only gets me up to about 300 DPS if I do that. I've thought about trying an alligator out on these. That's probably a lot more money on the field.
A module has run out of charges.
So this isn't very good at hitting... This is really good at hitting cruisers. It's not very good at hitting frigates. And it's just okay-ish on battleships. I mean, I'm proving that it can be done with really good safety. I mean, we'll see what when the next wave spawns is whether or not it takes out my shields. As stands though, the shield regen is super strong still. How much DPS am I losing by using auto missiles? I'm not sure, but what I'm trying to get at here is... Oh... Why am I not shooting at it? Oh, because it had to reload. I'm trying to get maybe a little bit of a situation where I could run many of them at the same time. And then all I have to do is they each in their own site, or they all warp into a site, and I just click on the missiles, and then they just keep doing their thing until everything's gone. So if I were to put like 3 of these together, then we start to get somewhere on DPS. The tank seems just way better than what I expected it would be. So yep, see, there we go, switching targets. Just whatever's closest. Switch and target again. Oh my god. Well, my shields are holding fine. These are cheap. Like, could I take my 3 null characters and put them into these and just run them all into sights and then hit go and go, you know? They're friend or foe missiles? I don't, they're not called friend or foe missiles, if that's what you're looking at. Yes, you still need to reload. See, I guess I'm trying to replicate the flavor a little bit of how we were doing it with, you know, ships in the Havens, where we had, where we had the sights. You could just kind of just keep going. But CCP has put a stop to that. Three of these together would be 450 million on the field. It also could be looked at for 400. If I spent 450 million, how efficient could I make this? With 3 of them, though, too, you know, if you get tackled by somebody, 2 of them probably get away. I didn't get in on any fights. So what if I had like 8 of these out here?
A module has run out of charges.
Still may not take them out really fast. At least this reloads nice and fast. I gotta pay attention to when it says that it ran out. That I need to hit the button again. Oh, Slim. Yeah, so I did that, you know, going more expensive with a lot of tank that would be hard to gank, and so I brought my Paladin out here that's my PvP Paladin. And it's got enough tank that it just doesn't, you know, if somebody tried to gank me, I'd be like, bring it. But, it also did not have very good DPS, damage application because of it. So, because it's designed, it's set up for PvP and not PvE. one more round after this. I think that at least with this I'm going to be able to complete it, but I think that I'm probably going to want to add a second one to this to try it. I don't think that my Ishtar pilot can fly one of these, but I do think I have another pilot out here that can. So I don't know, you know, if I had more ships out here, then and really what I'd want to do is try and blaze through horde sites. And you know, maybe a goal of this would be having like 8 of these out here and just go into them and go bam, 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 next wave, you know, same thing. I wonder if I could finish them in, say, 7 minutes. Wouldn't that be something? Yeah, Alligator, Scorpion, I think is going to both be too expensive. This is a tier 1 ship right here. This fits 150 million. It's cheap. Might be able to put more DPS on it too. But I have a goal that if I could make this work, to do horde sites and not the squads, because I want, while I'm trying to get escalations, I want the good ISK. I really like trying unusual things in the game to see where we can get. This 9 times out of 10, trying unusual things just doesn't work very well. But every once in a while, we come across something where all of a sudden we're like, who knew this? Or looking at different, you know, different ways of looking at things. Like, okay, so this one's not okay, but what if I had 3 of them, you know, instead? And then it reduces my risk if somebody, you know, comes in on me. It reduces my risk of how many get caught. And so if I could make an average of 38 million per horde site, and I could do them in, let's say, 10 minutes, then 30 minutes out there, and I'd 40 minutes, and I'd have a ship loss paid for. I don't know. This is the last one. Oh, I got an escalation. A drone-infested mine. Sweet. I think that's one I can run. Expires in 8 hours? What the fuck? Are you serious? 8 hours? Why? Why 8 hours? Do it now. Will this ship run it? Alright, let me see if there's any loot out here. Nope. Let's go up here.
Warp drive active.
Only way to see is to go try it. Man, this thing feels crazy. No, drones don't usually have loot. Okay, so now we have two things. One is I want to get two guys with this ship.
Accepted.
And then the second is, God, this fit is crazy. I probably don't need that much on me, do I? These missiles at least are very, very available out here. So that's good. Do I want to take another damage module with me? I want to log my other guy in and just see whether or not he can even fly it.
Connecting.
Maybe I could get her to start another character here loading up. $28 days to be able to fly it. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I would need on this character. Right. That character's not gonna do it. All right, another one will, but this is my high sec guy, and he's running these cargo deliveries, and I got greedy and I took a bunch of them, and the round trips take a little bit of time, and I still have more to do. And my other null guy is on this same account. But I have to finish these deliveries. If I don't, I'll lose the profit, but also I had to put $1 billion down on each one of them, and they're worth $750 million. And so I'd lose $250 million on each one that I don't complete. And so, no choice. Got to keep going. That's how it is. All right. So if you're watching on YouTube, we'll see you in the next episode where I'm going to go and die probably in this ship in that escalation.